money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me.
This is Star Radio UK.
I've been held in your hand from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so good. Yes, every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I love your voice, for you have led me through the fire.
In your car,
at work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Star Radio
You are
UK.
close like no other.
Welcome.
You know I've known you as a father. You know I've known you as a friend, and I have believed in the goodness of God.
Are you ready to turn it up?
All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good and so good. Every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing
All around the world.
of God.
The best radio show.
This is Star Radio UK.
Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything, oh Lord. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Come and we sing it again. Your goodness is running after, oh na 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 after me.
Only the best music.
It's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Oh, your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Oh, all my life you have been faithful. All my life you've been faithful to me. All my life you have been so good, Lord. Every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
This is Star Radio UK.
Oh, I sing for you, Jesus.
Welcome.
I sing for you, Lord.
Welcome.
This is Star Radio UK.
For your mercy never fails me. been held in your hand from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. Yes, every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I love your voice. For you have led me through the fire in darkest nights. You are close like no other. You know I've known you as a father. You know I've known you as a friend. And I have believed in the goodness of God. Oh, yeah. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good.
Are you ready to turn it up?
At work,
At home.
on your smartphone,
Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Ooh, yeah. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me.
broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. Are you ready to turn it up? This is Star Radio UK.
I give you everything.
Welcome.
Oh, Lord, your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Come make me sing it again. Your goodness is running after, oh, no, 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 after me. Running me down. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Oh, your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Oh, all my life you have been faithful. All my life you've been faithful to me. All my life you have been so good, Lord. Every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I sing for you, Jesus. You know I sing for you, Lord.
Only the best music.
I love you, Lord,
Welcome.
for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. Yes, every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I love your
on your smartphone.
Your goodness is running after me.
While the others keep on talking, we keep on rocking.
Sit back, relax.
Oh, your goodness is running after. It's running after me. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you've been faithful to me. All my life you have been so good. Every breath that I am, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I sing for you, Jesus. You know I sing for you, Lord.
Body is your man. Bekutu. Show them you got the cocoa set.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Star Radio.
Broadcasting live online.
London. They call them London for who? We're here. They call them
Sit back,
London.
relax.
You know, just have fun. Stay blessed.
While the others keep on talking, we keep on rocking.
It's no secret in our world. People like to talk the things they know and the ones they don't. They will spread lies and rumors just to be known. So why are you wasting your time like this? Hearing those things that break your hearts. Give no attention, give no thoughts. Cause people talk, and they'll never help you walk. So whenever they speak, look up and you
Sit
will
back,
see
relax.
a broken pencil and a sheet. And tell them, say, I'm writing names of properties. Yeah.
All of this noise you're making on me. Teacher will get you when he comes. I have a race,
No time to waste.
no time to waste.
I'm writing names of talkers.
I'm writing names of
1,
talent.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
All of this
9.
noise you're making on me.
Teacher, let them come.
Teacher will get you when he comes. I have a race,
No time to waste.
no time to waste.
There are many voices in this life, and to be honest, many are not nice. So don't hear something and pick a knife. Cause most of these things are nothing but lies. Teacher said be careful how you hear, cause there are talkatives here, they are everywhere. So silence the voices in your head and give no attention to your fears. I'm writing
names of talkatives. All of this noise you're making on me. Teacher will get you when he comes.
As for me,
I have a race,
no time to
no
waste.
time to waste.
I'm writing names of
I'm
talkers.
writing names of
1, 2,
talkatives.
3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All of this noise you're making on me.
All around the world.
Online, on mobile.
This is Star Radio, the leading Afro-Caribbean radio station in London.
Can we talk? Yeah. Can we talk? Call him, say talkative. Do you know any?
Talkative.
Yeah. Have you met any?
Talkative.
Can we write some?
Talkative.
List some names of talkative.
List some names.
I am go
Talkative.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting one.
Some family members
from Kofi Boham and the team.
I said,
he's talking about talkatives instead of talking to the mountains. That's what Jesus instructed us to do. You're back from church and to go there alone be all the glory. Great things the Lord has done. What a marvelous God we serve. He's so great and greatly to be praised. We serve
old friends,
an ever faithful God. From eternity to eternity, He reigns forever. The one that knows your tomorrow, knows your past, combined together your mess and mistakes, and still says that I love you, son. I love you, daughter. Come to me, come back to me. We thank God, and let me say that it is the Lord that has kept us amongst the living for us to be here. Psalm 66 verse 9. It is the Lord that has kept us amongst the living.
Too much.
It's not our doing, our might, nor our power, but His grace has been sufficient. Hey, we are here. That's the most important thing. We are 6 feet above the earth, not 6 feet under. So we have every cause to thank Him, to exalt and praise Him. You see, what you are thinking about that has turned into worries, it's a sin.
Move away from
Carry your burden,
run away from,
and ship it to Him.
give some
He knows, He cares, He feels it, and He's got the solution. God is always able and ever faithful to help you. So don't become a talkative,
move away from,
but be a talkative in prayer, communicating with Him.
they will break your heart,
You see, they will break your heart,
slow you down,
but God will not break your heart.
they will make you doubt yourself.
They will make you doubt yourself, but God will never make you doubt yourself. But a very good afternoon to you out there. We're streaming from our studios, Star Radio UK. The year of our Lord, the 8th of October, so soon, 2 months down the line, we'll be celebrating Christmas. The cold weather is setting in, but God has been gracious to us this month, and we are experiencing some double digits in October. The sun is out buzzing, and I'm super excited. But this day, it's been a sad getting to 2 weeks now. Very sad. In our community, our locality, the borough of Croydon is tired with all this. Our young ones knifing each other, battling each other. Why should they be enemies? Why should they be enemies? And we're gonna dive into it. My guests are he's seated, one is seated, and the other one is also all set and ready for us to roll. And I'm going to introduce them in a jiffy. Don't be a talkative, but if you want to be one, make sure that you're talking to God about the knife crime and all that is happening in Croydon. Not just Croydon alone,
You like this?
but it's across the nation, London to be precise. But I was shocked to hear outside of London what things are happening. We'll discuss all that. And the topic for this afternoon is there a solution to knife crime in Croydon? We're narrowing it down to our community, our borough, Croydon, where 2 weeks ago, sadly, regrettably, unfortunately, painfully, we lost our daughter, Elaine Andam, Nana Amma. May the Lord keep your soul, and we ask the Lord to keep you till we meet again. Rest in perfect peace. and may the Lord keep you. And we say our sincere condolences to the family. It's a painful time. I can't dream of this. I can't even get to think of this. It is painful, and so we stand with the family and the community, and we say we will overcome one day. But what's the solution? My guest for this afternoon are two experienced people that have been in the community for a very long time. My first guest is Councillor Kola Agbola. He's the Labour Party councillor for New Addington, representing New Addington North. And also, I have Angelique Vassel. She's the CEO and founder of Work With Me UK. I believe it's a community interest company.
Are you wasting your time?
They support and give guidance for families, professionals using the non-violent resistance approach. Oh wow, powerful. And so it's all said. We're all geared up. We all said. Our sponsors are Kerry's Furniture, one company on 2 continents. When it comes to furniture and interior decor, look no further. And also let me say that www.cigpropertyuk.com, that's Cornerstone International Group Limited, that estate agency that you need if you want to invest in Africa or in the United Kingdom. And let me also say that we're sponsored by M&M Concept Graphic Designs and All Print Works, and also Me Associates, project managers based in Ghana. And so we'll be talking more about that. But if you have received the link, please keep sharing. Let's gather as a community, as a family, a united people standing together against knife crime.
6, 7, 8, 9.
So that we can deal with this once and for all, find a solution by God's grace. And this is Faith Talk. I'm KBA Bossman. I'm your host, and my guest is so set. And so let me say that we'll be doing justice to this particular topic.
In this life,
keep sharing. We are streaming live on Twitter. It's Star Radio UK. Streaming on Periscope. Live on TuneIn Radio. On our amazing interactive app. Download from Apple and Android stores and listen on the go. You can also watch us live on Facebook. KB Bossman Facebook page. Archie Ham on Facebook page. Star Radio UK Global. Star Radio UK fan page as well. And also you can watch us on Twitter, as I mentioned earlier on. So many feeds. And so we're ready to roll.
And give no attention to your fears.
Right, let me set the ball rolling. I love this song. Don't be a talkative, but if you're gonna do it positively.
Teacher will get you when he comes.
As for me,
I have a race.
No time to waste.
No time to waste.
Okay, no time to waste. That is true. And so let me welcome the one and only, I call him Apostle, but then Councillor Kola. Thank you for joining us once again on Faith Talk, and you are no stranger on the show. So thank you for joining us, and I believe that we're going to have a very, very fruitful discussion.
Thank you very much, KB. It's my pleasure to be here. This is about my 4th time coming in.
Yes.
Thank you very much for inviting me, KB.
Yeah. We honored to have you. I know it's been a busy week, 2 weeks. Let me put it that way. It's been a very, very busy 2 weeks, and the community or the borough as a whole, everything almost came to a halt because of some of the experiences we've had with knife crime. And to the highlight of all this has been the young lady, the 15-year-old Ilian, I beg your pardon, Ilian Nanama, and I believe that we will Okay, we're going to be joined shortly by Angelique. Angelique, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good to have you on.
Excellent.
And,
thank you.
Are you going to grace us with your beautiful video to see
Of
your?
course.
Okay.
Shall I put that one right now?
Yes, that'll be great.
You know where I'm at.
I know. We appreciate you for that. I know it's taking you off course, but wonderful. I believe. Let me. The producer is doing his bit, so I'm just interrupting him now. Let me see. 1 second. Okay. Right. Okay. I will come back to you in a second. I'll start off with counselor, and then I'll come back to you whilst the producer sorts your video out. So don't go away. Just stay on. He'll sort it out, and so we can get you on screen. All right. Okay then. Counselor, thank you once again for joining us, and let me ask you, how is Croydon? Is Croydon safe? And in terms, when I say safe, in terms of walking on the streets at night as a young or as a teenager, is it a safe place for us to be?
Kevin, that's a very big question. But first of all, I want to sympathize with the families of Elaine and Bradley, and all the communities, friends and families that had been involved, especially in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
It actually bled my heart because both Bradley incident happened right within my patch.
Wow.
New Identity that I represent. And then Elaine's case too, though it happened in Croydon, but the perpetrator was actually caught in New Identity.
Wow.
1 or 2 hours after the incident. So it actually really bled my heart. But so I sympathize with the family, I sympathize with the friends, I sympathize with New Identity community, and I sympathize with everyone. The question you ask me, I will say, honestly, this same question, I was at the school, the only secondary school we have in New Identity Meridian. I was at a meeting there, and then the head teacher and some of the teachers were actually telling us that the students don't feel safe. And that actually bled my heart. That the students feel safe only while they are in the school.
So on their way
to school, and outside, they don't. Honestly, they don't feel safe. And I think it's the same all around our borough. It's especially with all the things that is happening in the last few weeks. I don't think any parent will actually even want their wards to be outside or not within their reach. And it's a sad case. It's a sad situation, because I could remember when we were all growing up, we outside is actually where we bond, where we gel. It's a sorry state.
I mean, what you just you've just mentioned with regards to the students feeling that they are not safe is a serious issue.
Yeah.
And I mean, as an adult, and if I'm on the streets, I mean, at least I know that I don't have any issues with any other people, that they are going to be coming after me or sort of trying anything. So for me, maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m., fair enough. And I might be driving, you understand? But on the buses, so it's a scary thing. That are we going to sit down and allow the ones with the knives to rule and determine who goes out and who comes in?
No, honestly, especially with the case of Elaine, it happened right. I could just feel for the parent of that poor girl.
Yeah.
Seeing your child out in the morning going to school, and then a few hours later, she's no more. Right on the bus, going to school. It's so sad. Honestly, it is. It is so sad, and I don't know what we can do about it. Honestly, I was at a community event at the town hall where this was discussed, and a young man asked a question that, assuming Croydon it's a company, that it's a failed business with all the things, and that the managers of that would have been sacked. He was asking, our mayor was there, Mayor Jason Perry, the MP for Croydon West, Sarah Jones MP was there, and the young man was asking that question, that the leaders would have been sacked, asking us what we are doing or what we will be doing, and that's actually a safe question to ask. But Sarah answered to the best of her knowledge what she was doing, but unfortunately the mayor, who is actually in charge of Croydon, I didn't like the way the way he answered that question. I don't think I don't know. I wasn't the young boy, but I wasn't sure the young man was really happy with the answer. With the answer he got from the mayor.
The mayor is not here to defend himself, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and then we can we'll align to it for now. But I think we're trying to get Angelique in. They're setting up her video, so whilst that is done, I think it's almost done. So right, if you've just joined us, you're live on Star Radio UK, and this afternoon we are discussing knife crime in Croydon, and is there a solution to it? That is what we are asking. So you can join the conversation on we're not going to open the phone lines, even though we've got 2 lines that we can open. The thing is that when we open the phone lines, people go on and on and on and on, and it takes time. But if you can send us you can send us on WhatsApp is 07539661744. That's 07539661744. Or you can send us on Facebook, on also on YouTube. We'll be more than happy to read your messages out, and then we can take it from there. All right, I believe I've got Angelique, and yes, I can see my sister on there and enjoying the sun, basking in the sun. Good to have you, Angelique.
Hi, Angelique. Angelique is also one of our strong community worker in New Adentina. Hi, Angelique. Well done.
Hello, Councillor Kola. Hello, thank you very much for this invitation. Really, really appreciate it. Now, I did ask you, what is your name? Kaba?
It's KB. KB Bossman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Don't worry.
Speak to you respectfully.
Yeah. Don't worry
at all. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, I had been in transit, and I'm grateful that Vicky. I must say thank you to Vicky. I think she might be on the line for reaching out.
Yeah.
And asking whether I'll be available, and I said I'll do anything I can.
Yes.
Hence the reason why I'm in the car. So I do apologise, but it's better than nothing.
Yes.
First and foremost, I'd like to just express my condolences to the families of recent tragedy, as well as everybody else that's been affected by a knife that's been used by a human being.
Yeah.
So it is heartbreaking, as we know, and you said you wanted me to come in, so I don't know whether it was a question or just generally just...
Oh no, I was going to ask you a question, but I wanted you to do your initial bit first. But my question is, just talk us through the services that you do offer, then I'll start off with the question. And before you do that, is it possible that you turn your phone on landscape? Is it possible? Like, if you go to the settings.
I did do it. No.
Okay.
It didn't work because I did take it.
Okay. I think this is better.
I did put it on. Let me see if that works. Hold on one moment.
Okay. Whilst you do that, if you've just joined us, you're live on Faith Talk with myself, KB Bossman, and my guest this afternoon is Cclr Kola. He is the Labour Party representative for New Addington North, and also the CEO and founder of Work With Me UK. That's Angelique Vassel, and she's been they have an approach, so she's going to take us through what they do, how they do it, and possibly we'll be able to pick up, because as Cclr said, it's a challenge for everybody, and if the mayor has got he's not giving answers, then it's a stretch for us as a community, but then we'll try our best to also find ways and better ways that we can help. Now, if you want to send us a message, please do well on Facebook. Couple of pages is KB Bossman Facebook page, also Achihamon, and Star Radio UK Global and Star Radio UK fan page. We are live on these pages, and we'll be more than happy to take you along. So, right, I believe we have Angelique. I can see you. If you want to shift in, let me see, you're more okay. Shift into your right. Yes. On your right. Okay, let's do this. Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. So as I said, if you can take us through what the services you offer, and I mean literally how you do it, because it's an approach that many will not have an idea of. So we'll appreciate if you can talk us through in the next a minute or two what you do, and then we can take it from there.
No problem. So hopefully you can see me okay. So
if you shift the
let me just
yes this is perfect. This is perfect.
Yeah.
This
is that
perfect.
better?
Yes, this is perfect.
All right. I'll just put this bottle behind here because it's very
okay.
Sorry about that.
Right.
It's not working.
Okay, so you keep sharing whilst Angelique gets set. Keep sharing and let somebody also be blessed as well. We're here for the community, and it is because of the community that we are also doing what we do. So, Angelique, please go.
Okay?
Yeah. Yes, brilliant.
Excellent. Okay, so we offer support and guidance to families and carers
right
that have children with challenging behaviours. And what that looks like, as in a nutshell, is those children that are being aggressive, violent, abusive, destructive, which is often linked to children that have been excluded.
Okay.
For those that have neurodiverse conditions such as ADHD or autism, as an example.
Right.
For those that have been exploited and groomed. And those that may be wanting to commit suicide, self-harm, and much more. So I mention those because those are the most common reasons why parents are in despair and feel helpless. So with all of that, the level of abuse and violence in the home, much less outside of the home, is beyond belief for many, many parents that often want to take their own lives and and essentially want to leave home. So that is the type of cases that we deal with.
Right.
It should be for preventative, but unfortunately, the reality is that when parents are in a crisis, they come to us.
When they are when they are in crisis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we use an approach called the non-violent resistant approach, which to help people understand is to reduce conflict, to regain love, empathy and respect, and to keep families connected as much as they can.
Okay.
This is to rebuild and strengthen family relationships. So in light of all of the tragedies that is happening, we have a handful of parents, thankfully, that don't experience their children being fatal, being killed by a knife, but we would have a lot of parents that have their children being victims of knife crime. And we also have parents that essentially have to move out of area because of their safety.
The safety of the family or the family.
Yeah, of the families. So I'm giving it to you in that context because it's all kind of interlinked. Whilst the non-violent resistant, which is short, NVR for short, is used for anything and adaptable for any situation, because it can be used with for children and also adults.
Okay.
Yeah. We focus on child and parent relationship strengthening and rebuilding, but essentially the tools are life-changing for many because they can use it for other areas of challenges and support them as well.
Right. And let me follow up question with regards to what you've just told us. In terms of the teenagers, because the focus is on them now, and it's I don't want to use any jargons or big words, but it's a real challenge. Somebody was saying the other day that is like an not epidemic, but it's gotten out of hand.
Yeah, it's a pandemic. It is a pandemic. There isn't any easier way to say.
Exactly. So in that, your input and the families that you are able to engage, is it something that you believe you can do more and spread your wings across the whole borough or even to cover London by multiplying yourselves to get more? Because look, in the last 2 weeks, I think Cclr Bola was he mentioned that in the same week that
we had 3 incidences within the same week.
3 incidences the same week.
Within the same,
and we can't fold our arms. So your services, to be honest, I'm touched by it, but is this something that you can multiply, or I don't know how you're going to do it, but is this because if it's working for the families as you've mentioned, then we need more of your services?
Yeah, so what's happened since I have been registered as a CIC, we will be celebrating 4 years this year, which means that we have reached out to many families that probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to be supported by us through being funded through the MyENDS, which is a violence reduction unit, in light of one of the community meetings that we attend. And what that means is that they understand that there is a pool of hard to reach families, but equally there's a pool of those that need to be prevented from getting to that point.
Right.
And we know the reality is that it's at a crisis, and we are reaching so much more than we ever did, because people are recognising that our service has been invaluable. So what we're really doing is just working on increasing it each time. So that means that the more people that know about us are referring in, and that can be from social services, youth offending. We don't obviously want it to come from youth offending because it's preventative, but that's the reality. We have early help, we have the family justice system, you know, other organisations that we partner with to enable us to support them and the families that have a wider need, because we all know that it's around financial, housing issues, those in education, the list goes on. So, you know, we know that many families that are struggling don't just have one need, they have a multiple amount of needs. So it's really important for us to collaborate and partner with many organisations, which that is what we do.
Right. Okay.
But can I just say?
Yes, please go on. Then I'll get Casa to come in. Please go on.
It's not the knives that are killing people, is it? It's essentially the young people that are able to find the knives or being given the knives or get it online. So that is the issue that we should be looking at. You know, why is this happening, and how is this happening, and how can we stop that? Because the knives are not walking by themselves and stabbing people.
That's true.
The knives are not going online and shopping to buy themselves.
That's true.
You know, the picture is, sorry for sweating there because I feel like I'm in the Caribbean, but the bigger picture is we need to address, you know, how these young people are getting to have these really deadly weapons. And of course we know it boils down to government, and we know it boils down to councils, and we know it boils down to probably areas where you live, but to be fair, it's national. As a matter of fact, it's global. But the bigger thing is that we are focusing on Croydon because we are the second largest borough that really do need help, and we need to be listened to and understood and heard, because we are doing so much and we have done so much, but people don't really let people know of the positive. Anything negative, that's what they're trying to do, you know, get it out there as go viral. Anything that's negative, go viral. But once it's positive, people don't want to know. And I've seen it. I put it in chats of certain things, and we don't hear nobody saying, hey, brilliant work, or, you know, or if it is, it's a minority and so forth. So communities in themselves are essentially responsible for putting out all of this negative information. There's a lot going on in Croydon that's so positive beyond belief, but guess what? We're the second largest. And in addition to that, and as I said to you, KB, I could go on forever, but you know what? I'm going to I'm going to focus on this really important area. It's when you're asking for solutions,
we'll come to the solution in a minute. We'll come to the solution. So please hold it there for me, and then we'll come to the solution, because there's a lot that we need to talk about and cover, because if not, we'll just do the talking and just walk away, and the next minute, God forbid, but there has to be a positive outcome, not just on this show, but also to taking steps, practical steps, to make things happen and turn things around. And it is possible. If we have a mind to work, there's nothing that we can't achieve. That is the key thing. So I'll come back to you in a minute. Casa, you heard the services that Angelique, Work With Me UK, they are offering in the community. Now, as a local government, or as a representative of the people, is it the fact that the governing body or the cabinet of the Croydon Borough is not having a good look, or is it the fact that people have turned into like ostriches, that they are acting as if they care? They are pulling their necks and looking at it, but when they walk away, it's like, you know what, it's up to them to sort it out. What is the local governing body doing? Is there a project drop the knife, or is there a project to see this whole pandemic as on Facebook, construction and engineering opportunities? I don't know who it is, but he's put it down. He said it's a pandemic and growing, unfortunately. So what is the governing body doing?
Thank you very much, KB. And I agree with Angelique. Croydon, which we are, Croydon is doing a lot, but unfortunately, we are not being helped from the central government. Yeah, funding is a capital or a big problem in Croydon.
Okay.
The funding is not there. We all know if we want to, and like Angelique mentioned, there have been lots of things that have been done, even with the little resources, but we all know that the level, and I agree with what you mentioned and what Angelique mentioned, it's actually a pandemic. You understand what I'm saying? So it boils down not only to government, it boils down to the home, it boils down to we're on faith talk, it boils down to even our religious organizations. What are we doing? You understand what I'm saying? Government has not done much in terms of cutting services, especially the youth services that are no longer there. You understand what I'm saying? But and then again, some of our laws too, which I was at a program the other day too, and parents were talking about, oh, you can't even talk to your child. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some parents that are actually even afraid to talk to their child.
That is a huge challenge. That at the end of the day, if you can't talk to your child, or if you have to discipline, I mean, not physical discipline, but putting them in their place. We as a community, when we're growing up, there are parameters, lines that you will not cross. And when you cross, you know that you're in danger.
I believe in carrot and stick very well. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So it's something that we need to face it. And also, I mean, I don't know how how true the Prime Minister, one of the statements he made at his conference speech, he said we have to be bold and call a man, call a woman a woman. And as a community, we have to rise up. We don't have to be sort of bullied. That's the right word he used. He said we don't have to be bullied by activists to push an agenda down our throat that we can't. Deep down that this is not working. Why don't we rise up to the challenge that, you know what, this is not working? As a community, we are taxpayers, and it's our taxes that is running the system. So if we can't speak up, but a group of activists can push things down our throat, then what are we? I mean, are we just existing to be controlled? I don't know, but I believe that we need to, because look, you can't the winter in the UK and the in Ghana, is the Harmattan, that is the dry season. If you compare the two, there's a bit of cold weather at night during the Harmattan season, the dry season, but the sun comes out so strong. Whilst the winter, there's no kind of the sun will come out, but don't dare to dress as if you are in summer.
Yeah.
You understand? So you can't mix the two
together.
If it's Harmattan season, the dry season, let it be, and dress accordingly. If it's winter season, you can't dress like you are in summer for the fact that you've seen the sun out.
KB, I agree with you. You see, it's a cross purposes of, and there are so many. The parents have their fault, the youths have their fault, government has their fault. We're on faith talk, and those of us that believe in God, we believe that the religious organizations, the churches, the mosque, the temples, we need to do a lot. We need to help, which it's not only a government thing. You understand what I'm saying? Those of us that know how to pray to God, we should pray to God. We should bring up programs that will engage our youths, that will turn, like Angelique mentioned. It's not the knives are not being. The knives are not buying themselves from the shop.
They are not working by themselves.
They are not working by themselves. I was at a program some few weeks back, and there were youths in there, and I had some of them were talking that they carry knives because they carry it just for protection, because they're not safe. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I know the police authorities are doing a lot. In New Adenton that I represent, within the last 3 months, the police authorities have done lots of knife sweeps. You know what I'm saying? Just come in,
stop and
do, well, knife sweep. Just look at areas where, you know what I'm saying?
Hotspots.
Hotspots and all those other things. But don't forget, these youths are more brilliant than some of us. They know how to hide these things. They know how to, but we need to reorientate their minds. And there are so many laws also at home. I was at one program too, where parents were talking of, oh, you can't even talk to your child. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Because the next thing is Childline or social services will be knocking on the doors. You know what I'm saying? So it's honestly it's I don't know.
It's a challenge.
I don't know.
And I'm going to read a comment. One of the comments that has been sent on Facebook. But then before that, you mentioned the religious bodies from the mosque to the church to the temple. It looks like everybody is quiet.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody is minding their own business until it gets close to your door. It's like people can't be bothered, or they don't want to get involved. Is it the time that we have to get an awakening from this? Because maybe some of the communities, it's not their kids that are getting into this, so for them they are very much okay.
Okay, but we need to get involved. I just came back from church, and these are things I was discussing, and I will take it up with our leaders in the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not until when it happens to one of members of the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we also were within the community. We need to also begin to, if it is prayers we know how to do, if it is calling these children, you know what I'm saying, or these youths, and engaging them. You know what I'm saying? And because essentially, to be honest with you, what these youths need is just mentoring. We're not there for them. We're not there for them.
I was going to come to the parenting side of things. That charity, they say, begin at home. Everything starts and ends with the family.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, then is it the family that has let the community or the nation down? Is that the case?
KB, I don't want to pass the buck. It's the family has its fault, government has its fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The youths themselves also has their fault. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest challenge it's with government. Provision of youths. You know, when we were all growing up, we have areas where we can burn off excess energy.
Yeah.
By the time you come back, you are tired, you just want to eat and you want to go to bed.
Yeah.
But some of these children now, it's just their what they call Xbox or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. And majority of the films or majority of the games, they are violent games, and then we the adults are not even there to support them. Some of us are not our children's friends. The children cannot actually tell us what they are going through.
That's true. That is very, very, very true, and is vital as well. And that brings me to Angelique. Are you still with us? Are you still with us? I think she.
I am indeed. Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
Sorry, I could not see you, so I thought, okay.
No.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm going to get you in a minute. I'm going to get you in, but I'm going to read this and let me make the statement, like based on what Councillor Kola mentioned. I think about between 4 to 5 years ago, I interviewed a young lad that had come out of prison, and when I look at the structure of this gentleman, and he was the gang leader for one of the notorious areas in South London. And what I'm going to summarize it, what the guy said, I asked him a question that, so you were living with your mom and all these things were happening and your mom did not pick it up. He said, oh, my mom will go to church, come and pray and dance and skin and pray over me and everything. and he said that even when he got arrested, and somebody showed the mom the newspaper, it was in the newspapers, the mom said, not my son. Because
God will not allow it. Jesus said it will happen.
You understand? So he said no, the mom said no, until they took him to court. When he was in the dock, that is when the mom said, truly, how did this happen? Guess what? Do you know when they arrested him, what they found in his car that day, where he was going? He said he wasn't a smoker, he was not into drinking. For him, it's the money, and even the money, when he gets the money, he uses the money to help the poor people because he had that passion to help others. Do you know what they found in his car when he got arrested? He said he himself, that video I interviewed in one of my friend's churches. They were having a youth day, and so he invited me to hold day. He said they even found, the police were shocked, they found even a grenade, a bomb, shotguns, I mean about 4 different types of guns, knives, machetes. He said, in his own words, he said, as if he was going to war, and he was walking in and out of the house,
and the parents didn't know.
And the parent didn't know anything. And he said he's a very calm person, and he said because he did not smoke, he did not drink. How would the mother, you come and accuse the son that the son is into gangs? She will even beat you up. You understand? And that is where I said, no, this is serious than what we think. And so, like, it's how as parents can we, I'll come to you, Angelique, but let me quickly read this from one of our viewers on Facebook, and let me acknowledge, I don't know who the person is, but he says CEO, that's construction engineering opportunities. He says the government implemented non-smoking due to health issue that we know can cause death. Knives that are causing death are easily bought online. Drill music with messages that cite violence, not all, are being played despite gang police working hard to have them taken down. Algorithms should be used to keep them off, but financial loss takes priorities over lives. The government have powers to step in and stop both of these that are taking the lives, especially of our young, yet they are doing very little. Again, the location of the crime determines the effort put into resolving the problems of knife crime. I like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry, but you've put CEO, so I'll address you. What I mean, I don't know if it's a lady or a gentleman. What this person is talking about, it's very, very, very. It's straight to the point, honest and true. It's priorities, isn't it? It's priorities. And also the last bit, that location, postcode, it determines.
Angelique mentioned.
Yes, Angelique mentioned as well. So Angelique, let me ask you, as a mother, what has been your experience? I mean, as in your work, your line of work, and the gentleman that I mentioned, that I interviewed, that he was in and out. He was a very calm boy. He did not drink or even take any drugs, so you would never suspect him to be a gang leader, and you dare not come around his house if you are part of the gang. I mean, bringing those stuff close to his doorstep. So with your experience, have you had to deal with this kind of or type of incident? And also, as a parent, what do you think we can do to identify maybe some of these quiet ones that are also doing their own stuff in different areas?
So I've always said that I eat, sleep and breathe NVR. So I use a tool in abundance. And one of the key tools for many of the parents that we work with is vigilant care.
Right.
In a way where they're not intruding or imposing, but they're just making it very clear that they understand they have a need and they're there to support them. So let's work together to find a solution. Yeah. Now we call that active resistance. We call it parental presence. We have a bit of de-escalation going on in there. So anybody that knows NVR will know what I'm talking about.
Right.
It's really powerful, because what that means is the child is to have their parent in mind. So, I don't know about you, but I know back in the day, and I always give this example, when I wanted to go to the precinct with my friends, and my mum said, yes, that's fine. And my dad said, yeah, that's cool. But you know what? Can you just buy me a £5 bag of rice? And make sure we can bring it home. And of course, on that little excursion, all I had on my mind was that my mum wanted me home by a certain time with that £5 bag of rice.
That's a good one.
Right? So what that means is parental presence, not physically, but in the mind of the child. So when they are growing up, so we're talking about preventative. If they are going to be told or wanted or asked by a friend, let's go to the sweet shop and steal a few things on the shelf, that child would be thinking, what would my mum be thinking? What would my dad be thinking? And actually, as an extension, what would my grandmother be thinking? Maybe I shouldn't do that. That is what's lost at the moment. And we understand why. Because we just touched on it, that parents feel that they have no say in how they parent and what they do, because trust me when I say that children do press charges or allegations against their parents because they know they can. So that's the reality of it. So how do we get that back? So we call this connection before correction, which means in order to correct a behaviour or something they're not happy with, we have to be able to connect with the child, build a relationship, build that trust, build that understanding of the child's need. building awareness about what is going on in the community, as well as what the child needs, and as well as how the child feels about them as a parent, and much more. But that is the overarching part of it. Connection before correction.
I like that.
To be able to then, because once the parent knows what's going on with the child, then they can start seeking help. They don't know, and we say it as adults: if you don't tell us, we can't help you.
Yeah.
No different to a parent and child.
That I love what you've just given us. A connection before correction. It's a game changer to me, because we tend to be, as parents, the moment you your son or your daughter, maybe they misbehaved, they've done something, the first thing that might come to your mind is to correct straight up that you're not going to take the you are for you take a stand, and instead of connecting, we then correct. Yeah, thank you. Well, that is a professional, and also a well of wisdom that you have given us. If you've just joined us, you're live on Faith Talk on Star Radio UK. This and every Sunday from the hours of 2 p.m. We'll be wrapping up pretty soon. We've got about 10 minutes or thereabout to wrap up, but I believe that you are receiving something. You know what? Faith Talk deals with everything in the kingdom of God, which borders on the on the lines of what we as believers have been called into. Once we live on earth, with these things we might not experience them, but we are change agents, and so we are supposed to empower, equip ourselves, and make sure that as we are transformed, we also pass it on, because we're the light of the world. And if we are not exhibiting the light, then what are we? We'll be like salt that is of no use and be trampled underfoot by men, but that is not who we are. So Faith Talk is talking about your faith, my faith, our faith, and everybody believes in something. What we believe in is that our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is able to change all things. We are praying, but also we have to do the act. Faith without works is useless, and so we pray and pray and pray, but we go out and show love. If you speak to some of these youth that have come out of knife crime and all these gangs, you get to know that, look, that which Councillor Kola mentioned, that the touch, and I believe that Angelique mentioned as well, the touch, the love connection that we as parents or as a family have to be there for them. We are not exhibiting that. We are not there for them. It's work, making money, yes, but I said earlier on, everything on this earth starts in the family. You are born into a family, and when you die, your family is the one that will bury you. So have a thought about this. It's very important. So we are going to go back to Cclr Kola, and now we're talking about solutions, the way forward from the government side, what he believes that they have to be doing. And I know that as a Labour councillor, with a Conservative or Tory mayor, there are challenges, but is there a way out? Is there something that they can do as a party, and they are looking to take over the government come next May when we vote? And so we want to find out from them, from the government side, or let me say the governing local authority, what is the solution that you think can help us get these young ones, save their lives and preserve them? You mentioned about the community, youth services that have been closed down, austerity and all the stuff. It's not something good to write home about, but let me give you the floor, please.
Well, I think on the government side, I think bringing in a lot of youth services will help. Going back to schools, guidance, counseling, people to talk, because these youths, all what they need is mentoring, which, yes, they should get it from the homes, but then we can also help, like I mentioned, I was at the only secondary school in New Identity Meridian.
Yeah.
And the students were saying that they only feel safe in school. They don't feel safe even while walking home or anywhere around New Identity. And I know it cuts across this. So even within the school, how we can help them in terms of, like Angelique was mentioning, because they mix with other boys or other girls. You know what I'm saying? When somebody asks you, oh, let's walk into this store and grab, I will say no. How will my parent feel? You know what I'm saying? We need to connect more before we correct our children. That's more from and then again, I don't know, some of these laws that we have too. Yes, I want to believe it's more to protect our youths and to prevent violence at home and all those other things. But I think we should also listen more to the parents, and we do lots of investigation. It's not everything the child tells the child line or tells at school or social services. We should also do some bits of investigation. We need to give some rights more back to the parents, and like on the parent side too, a lot of us and agrees totally with what Angelique mentioned, especially those of us from the African background or it's more of we'll beat you. No, let's get more involved with our children.
More connection.
Let's get more connected to them. Let's know what they feel. It's not all about like the incident you mentioned. Yes, we go to church. It's good to go to church. It's good to, but we should also sit down and involve with our children. Let's talk to them. Let's hear them out. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, we had a community event at the town hall where things have been discussed. Somebody raised that question: oh, are we meeting with the youths? Are we hearing them out? We are the ones that are talking. Are we actually listening to them?
Exactly.
So these are the things we should also find a way whereby, I know we have in Croydon, we have the youth forum. Let's encourage more of those things. Let's hear the children. Let's hear the youths. Let's hear them out. Let them talk. And then the religious organizations, the churches, the mosques, the temples, we can help government. It's not everything that we will leave to government. A lot of us, the population, I don't have the census population, we have one faith or the other. So that means that we go to church, we go to mosque, we go to temple. Let our religious leaders talk to us more on what we can do to imbibe and believe more on our children, and to help our children, and to help them coordinate more with them. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, this is faith talk. It's also, I believe so much in power of prayer. I think we also need prayer, because I believe there's nothing God cannot do. We need prayers. Pray to our children. Pray for them when they are going out. Protection, guidance. You understand what I'm saying? We commit everything to God, but yes, as we want God to help, we also need to do a lot.
Thank you for that. We also need to do a lot, not just pray. For me as a Christian, Jesus made a huge statement. He said, watch and pray. He didn't say just pray.
Yeah, exactly.
So it means shine your eyes. You have to be aware of your environment in as much as you have prayed. When his time was not up for him to be crucified, he will always escape, walk through them, or avoid them, and so we need to have that understanding as well. Angelique, as we wrap up, in terms of the application of some of your how should I put it, techniques? Is it techniques?
Yeah, techniques, strategies, talks.
Yeah, strategies and talks. And one I've learned, which as a parent, I think
before correction.
for me, you have
got that as well.
You have taught you've taught me that I mean something that I think even if I sit in a lecture room from how do you call it, from year 1 to masters or doctorate, they will not teach me. They will teach me about books. So thank you for that. But then the way forward, the solution that you believe, and with your expertise, that as a community we need to engage, we need to what we need to do, both on both sides, parent side, the youth, and then possibly government. You deal with them, so you know what they are like. So please.
Definitely. Everyone's responsible right now. Talking about youth, there should be a youth on here today, to be fair, to see how they feel.
Yeah.
Because we often have these forums and we're talking about them, but they need to be in the room to understand actually that we're there to support them as well, even if they don't have anything to say.
Sorry to interrupt you. As a matter of fact, I tried getting one of them, but then what he said to me, which I understand him, he's come out of gangs and all the stuff, and now he's into music and all the other bits and pieces. But what he said to me is that he's tired of the talking. He wants action now. He's tired of the talking. He wants action now. And to be quite honest, I think I agree with him. You know, we talk.
And of course, and that's the young people, the person that's being affected in that way. So we're still talking about the children that don't feel right walking on the street and stuff. So even having their voice would be great as well. So I understand what you're saying. But in light of that, there's a bigger picture to Croydon. So remember we said that we're the second largest borough?
Yes.
With that in mind, lots of children get relocated for safety from other boroughs. Right. So we're actually dealing with that heavy load as well. And if there's no joint up working, which I know from experience, from a personal and work area, that if they're not working and talking together to see what the vulnerabilities and the risk of that child is, their well-being, their state of mind, whether they've got anywhere to live, whether they feel comfortable, whether they're in education, whether they're in work, if there's nobody checking over that, then that person is going to be left idle to probably do whatever it is that they're doing, or genuinely just be a victim in themselves. So that's definitely something that needs to be addressed. What cost the boroughs are working and talking together? That would be really interesting.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing is, by parenting generally, social media is obviously additional to what's happened decades ago. Yeah. So it's really important that parents get to be equipped with, especially when children are from 2 upwards, with what they can do on the internet to protect their children. And there's so many forums like Parent Zone, for instance. That's an organisation that can tell you how to keep children safe, how they as parents, so that means that they have some form of, not power, but you know, they've got something where they can navigate and feel like they're doing something. And also they can, you know, deal with their providers, but that is keeping their child safe, so safe by social media. And then generally it's just everybody, whether you're affected by this really unprecedented trauma that people are going through or not, I think it's about people just reaching out and helping others. Remember I said whether you're affected or not, because those that are not affected, they naturally do not really think that they're part of the solution, but they're a bigger part of the solution. So that's my 3 tips. Thank
you so much. And just that because of time, so we have to be wrapping up, but then we're definitely going to come back to visit this topic, and also I'm going to work with the team and try and see if we can get community the religious leaders. We get possibly an imam, a pastor, and then one of the temple. I'll try and get them together and find out from them what they are really doing, because it's like everybody is in their building, and when they enjoy their spirituality, they walk out into their homes, and if something happens, we just go and pray, show up and show solidarity and all those stuff, and then it's the same cycle. What can we do as a people coming together? So, and possibly maybe I'll get the police arm as well to find out also what they are doing. We'll sort that out possibly in the next couple of weeks and see the way forward. But I am really, really touched, and Angelique, thank you so much. I know we've stretched you, and we've given you a tough time, but the good news is that you've impacted, I believe, all of us, and it's a joy. It's a joy. Great work you're doing, and as I said, we're going to highlight what you're doing and keep it up, and we'll try our best as a station, as a media platform, to also project what you're doing, to let the community know that you exist and that what you're doing is needful, it's needed, and it's helping the community. One statement you made to me, it's changed my life forever. It's changed me forever in my approach. So they call me the soldier, so now the soldier will be and so thank you so much, Angelique. It's a joy, and if you want to give a shout out to friends, family, you're more than welcome to do it before we wrap up.
Absolutely. I'd like to give a big shout out to my rock, my sister, and my father, my late mother. Just really give me the strength to be able to do something that I'm passionate about. And on that journey, I've met some wonderful people. We've got, a friend of mine called Jennifer. She's a director. We've got Evadne, where we first started this journey. We've got BME Forum. They heard just as passionate as you were hearing about what I do, and said, right, you've got to come on board. So thank you. Thank you to the Mayans. I mean, the list goes on. And thank you, Councillor Kola, because I know you always express the importance of our service to others. But no, and more so, KB, thank you so much. Couldn't have asked for a better kind of exposure. So thank you.
We thank God, and to Him alone be all the glory. It's always a joy to serve. This is our national service and also our kingdom advancement, to project the faith. And so we are forever grateful to God for people like you, the great work you're doing. We'll support you, and I believe that that's just the beginning of great things. Councillor, do you want to give some shout out, and then we can wrap up?
Yeah, I will also follow along the lines of Angelique. I want to, especially the BME Forum, and all the community support workers that has been doing a lot in the background, especially since all these incidents. I also want to give a shout out to the police and everyone that has been actually working very, very hard. I appeal to the youths too. If it's something gang related, please let's think again. 1 minute of stab, and it has a very big impact on your life.
Yeah,
a very, very big impact. So let's sheath the sword. Let's think about what that 1 minute action that we have done, what impact it will have on our family, our community, and even your own life. So let's share this word. And thank you to everyone that is working so hard in turning our community, our Croydon, turning around Croydon. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you once again to KB for giving me this platform. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much. And thank you to our listeners too, and everyone that is watching.
Wonderful. And thank you to our viewers, and thank you to Angelique, Vassel, the CEO of Work With Me UK. You know what? She's trying. If I don't learn anything this year, you've given me like a PhD. Thank you, Angelique. I love what you're doing, and it's great to connect as well. Thank you so much, and thank you to Cclr for your time and also your input as well. We love and appreciate you both, and we believe that this is just the beginning. We are not going to give up. We have to make sure I've come to understand when you're determined to sacrifice and serve, you stretch and you live like you're not living, because until you die you can't live the way you have to live in the kingdom for you to make an impact. So very vital, very important that we have a look at this. It's everybody's responsibility, from the person holding the knife to the person making the laws, and also from the family to the one that thinks that they don't believe in family. It's everybody's responsibility. We are all involved. It might not be you, it might not be, but it might be your next door neighbor that you're friends with, that always gives you that 5 minutes chat that encourages you. So let's wake up to this call. Croydon has to drop the knife. The youth has to drop the knife. It's possible if we put our minds to it. There are messages that I'll see if I can glance through quickly. But yes, my guest will take leave of me, and I will wrap up now. Time is fast spent. Thank you, Cclr. Thank you, Angelique. And we'll connect again. Thank you ever so much.
Thanks so much.
So you had it all for yourself. You know the let me read quickly two messages. It's coming from CEO Construction and Engineering Opportunities, and he's saying he or she, I don't know if it's a lady or a gentleman, he said listening to young people is hard as they appear to speak a different language. However, we need to, as adults, learn this language and listen to what they are saying. Much of what they are saying is deep and complicated from a painful place. Generations change. We find change hard, but we cannot ignore it. He goes on to say, my assumption is Eliane and her friend trusted the young man they met. He too could have come across as a regular balanced person. The problem, especially with young men, is that they are not dealing well with rejection and do not have any developed skill on controlling their anger. They see red and do not even consider the consequences. Thank you, Construction and Engineering Opportunities. Thank you for this submission. It's straight to the point. It's painful. And Jacqueline Kennedy says, I agree to action now. Thank you. And Kweju Asante, bro, I hope you're doing well, and the family is well. My dear daughter is doing well. My love to them all. So we are finished here. Let me acknowledge our sponsors and say thank you to CIG Properties, that's Cornerstone International Group Limited. If you're looking to invest in real estate or properties in the UK or in Africa, look no further. Jump on to www.cigpropertyuk.com. That's CIG Property uk.com. And also we are sponsored by if you're looking for mortgages or looking to sell or rent out or looking to rent, look no further. They'll be more than happy to help you, and you can give them a call on 0203916558. That's 0203916558. And let me say also a big thank you to Kerry's Furniture. Wow, an extraordinary company, one company based on 2 continents. These guys have got amazing deals, quality, they don't compromise, but the prices, you will not believe it. It's a high street price from a quality company for less. And so why don't you decorate your home? Christmas is just around the corner. They can deliver to your doorsteps around the world, from Bogota to Achimbagro, and they can deliver. So you know what, it's Kerry's Furniture. If you're in Ghana, it's Community 25 at Deftraco Estate Junction at the Top Oil petrol station. There's a massive building there, you can't miss it. Kerry's Furniture, quality speaks volume. And also let me say that if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, you can log on to either Instagram or Facebook, type Kerry's Furniture, KHARIS, and you'll be able to connect with them. The brochure is on there. You can go on www.kerrisfurniture.com. That is www.kerrisfurniture.com. Kerris as in KHARIS furniture.com. And let me also say that M&M Concept, amazing graphic designing company, where they design, if it's a new book you've written, you want a cover design, hey, these guys are experienced well over a decade and a half and still counting. A professional company based in Ghana, a global company that can deliver on the tightest of deadlines for you. And so look no further, and M&M Concept, you can connect via us on 0208 133 That's 0208 133 That's M&M Concept. Amazing. All pull-up banners, t-shirts, merchandise, look no further. It's M&M Concept. Last but not the least is Mere Associate. Mere Associates are based in they are also based in Ghana. When you're looking for, and if you're looking for a company, a project management company that will help you, you don't have to. So let me say that Me Associate will be able to take from your hands your dream home or your retirement or holiday home, and from conception to completion, give you value for money. They account for every single penny. Why don't you deal with the professionals? You might have bent your fingers with friends and family. Now turn to the professionals. Mere Associate. You can make contact with them on 0208 133 That's 0208 133 and we'll be able to connect you. One day you win. That's Kofi Boham. Broken pencils still write.
Falling soldiers still rise.
Falling soldiers still rise.
One day you lift up your eyes to the skies and your light to be shining. One day you...
Thanks for listening.
One day you rise. And as I say a goodbye, good night, good morning across the globe, I wish you well. Never give up. Giving up is not an option, but keep hope alive.
You gave your heart to the wrong folk.
Scripture says that
Now you put it on.
even for a tree, when it's cut down, at the scent of water, at the smell of water, that tree will bounce back to life. How much more you? They left you. You got rejected. They said you don't qualify. There is no help from man to you. But I have good news for you. The helper is at hand. The only one that can help you and not name it and nail it on the wall to remember that he helped you is Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. If you don't know him, you are missing out. Open your heart this afternoon to Christ alone, our solid rock and foundation. To him we live and die, and he will do you good.
If you fell just right,
broken pencil can still write. You might have gone to the extreme. You might be saying that, you know what, this gentleman does not know what he's talking about. I don't need to know, because I don't work the miracle, but he works through man. And so as the words that I speak, they are spirit and life, and this word will heal you, it will save you, it will direct you, it will wake you up, it will give you an opportunity to dream again, dare again, that giving up is not an option. There is hope for the righteous. And so if you want to give your life to Christ, I want to extend this moment of opportunity and privilege to you that say, Lord Jesus, I come before you this afternoon. Forgive me of my sins, iniquity and transgression. Sorry for my sins. Save me and make me your own. Live in me as my Lord and personal Savior. Forever I give up to your authority, that you will rule and lead me and baptize me in your spirit to live like you, Lord. I thank you that you have heard me, you have received me. In Jesus' most powerful name. Amen. If you said this prayer, your life is never the same. Congratulations to you. You're a brand new creature in Christ Jesus, and he will do you good. Find a Bible believing church and connect to. Fill yourself with the word of God. Start with the book of John chapter 1, right through the whole of John. By the time you finish, your life will be flying like Christ, because you'll be filled with his spirit, his power and authority, his mentality and ideas, and so you can never be defeated. With him, you are more than a conqueror. You win always. We are winners for life. God bless, no stress, nothing less. Good afternoon and good night. A big shout out to you all. Hey, my one and only daughter, Alexis Ajwa Oye Amwako. Your 18th birthday in Atlanta, Georgia. God bless you, daughter. I love and appreciate you. Congratulations and welcome to adulthood. Hey, Ajwa, I love and appreciate you. God bless you, and may the Lord do you good and give you a testimony for your 18th. It is happening live. God bless you. And to the Amwako family, we love and appreciate you, and more power to you. So God bless, no stress, nothing less. I'm out. I'm KB Bossman. On Thursday I'll be here for another Property Hour show. And a big shout out to you, Vicky Newton. You are not relaxing, you are working, so do the hard work, whether you like it or not. I was going to say it, but I'll leave it for now. God knows what he's doing. He will do you good. God be with you. Love and appreciate you all. Thank you and good night.
One day you lift up your eyes to the skies and your light to be shine. One day you win. One day you win. One day.
Thanks for listening.
Sit back, relax, all around the world.
Letter to the broken.
Online, on mobile, soon on DAB. This is Star Radio UK, the leading Afro-Caribbean radio station in London.
Don't get discouraged. I see you fighting all the demons in your life that have wreaked heavy carnage. I know you think that your dreams and everything that you hope for doors seem to be late. Yeah, looks like your problems don't seem to go nowhere. Just take a deep breath. People talk about you, it's got you feeling down and really stressed.
While the others keep on talking, we keep on rocking.
Turn it on. Turn it up. In your car,
At work.
at home.
On your smartphone.
I heard a whisper from
This is Star Radio UK.
Broken pencil still right, so keep on writing. And fallen soldiers still rise, so keep on fighting. One day you'll lift up your eyes to the skies and your light will be shining. One day you will win. One day you will win. Broken pencils still write, so keep on writing. And fallen soldiers still rise, so keep on fighting. One day you'll lift up your eyes to the skies and your light will be shining. One day you will win. Yeah. One day you will win. Now snap on it. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
Alright, I got another verse for y'all. News around this life is not fair. Greed is all we see.